Alright, just who you guys rooting for actually? I wonder. I kinda wanna see Cinder and the boys succeed. You know, I like that guy. But I don't know. There's no guarantees. So we'll see what happens. Can even go ahead and take this off. At this point, we're just waiting. Nah, I don't really feel like this track. Let us go for... There we go. Apparently you're gonna wait 2 whole minutes. Jeez. Isn't it weird how long 2 minutes can seem when you're waiting for Dota to happen? They'll just be chilling, waiting for just... Oh, come on, guys. Just click start lobby. That's all you need to do. Just start the game. But either way, we out here. Gonna see it happen. There's no contradiction in terms, just requires patience. What I'm really excited about though, the games later, man. NIP, OG, Liquid Secret, Jesus Christ. I'm not even joking, I'm like literally shaking with excitement for that. But just like any game of Dota, you gotta get through some of the lower portions first. In this instance, the lower portions are these games, you know. Whether they like it or not, it is a reality that you're playing second fiddle to these upper bracket teams. Alrighty. It's gonna happen. Oh. We're loading into the lobby now, fam. So the game is actually beginning. As you can see, heralded by a Coddle and his gleaming horses. We're getting into the game. So just chill. What's up, man? How you doing? Wait, make you admin or write you admin? I can't make you admin, dog. What would you do with admin rights, actually? Let's hear the answer to that question first. Hey, Woofy. Thanks a lot, fam. Gonna be casting a lot of games today, so I'll assume good luck for all of them, so thanks a lot, man. I hope everyone enjoys it. I want to enjoy it. I just want to enjoy Dota right now. I had sort of like a day off. I saw Bay earlier. I'm in a pretty good mood, so why not cap this good mood off with some dots? Real talk though, the later games are gonna be like very high paced teams, so I'm gonna miss a ton of kills. It's gonna be great. Hey, thanks a lot, fam. Impatience once more. It's only been 2 minutes, okay? It's still chilled. So let's hear it, guys. Getting closer to the game starting. Without seeing anything, do you say Caban or Alliance? I'm like 60-40 Alliance. I think they can get outdrafted, end up losing the game early. But I think they're the better team overall, so we'll see. Yeah, right. Sin's a cool guy. I've always liked him for a long time. And I've played some games with him. He's a really nice guy. Better get rich. Yeah, I also think so. Alliance simply the better team. So, you know, as borne out by results. But you know, anything can happen. Newly formed teams can surprise you. Oh, it's gonna be a full 4 minutes. Oh yeah, but we're in the same like time zone, so I get it. That hero, yeah, I don't know. You know, there's just these heroes in Dota that don't seem to fit anything. But when they go ham, they like destroy everyone, take over the game. But then in most situations, you don't want it. Unless you're like very specific players. I don't know. We'll see. Full 5-minute wait seems to be incoming. Feels bad. Unless it's a crash lobby. Then get red. Belly get red. Oh, thank God. Here we go. So, here we go. We're in. We're gonna make it happen. Dota 2 going down. Caban taking on Alliance. Best of 3 in European action. Winner of this matchup goes deeper into the bracket. Will be facing off against the loser, I believe, of the NIP OG match. But loser gets knocked out. You're done. No chance of getting the major, no chance of DPC points, at least at this tournament. So, gonna be a pretty important game for both teams. Getting into it already, we were discussing how Caban might have the X factor, especially in terms of like specific heroes like Pango, draft variety or understanding with Cinderin, versus Alliance, who's just been putting up better results and has been playing at a higher level continuously than all these players on Caban right now. But we'll see, we'll see. First ban for Caban, they take out Coddle and Lone Druid. Yeah, give Quake for Lone Druid and see what happens. Not a good idea, most likely. Alliance just taking out some early lane dominators. They might pick Lich themselves to deny it from Caban. If they don't pick it, Kaban probably picks that hero. And they ban Tiny and the Grimstroke already, so probably anticipating that the Lich will either be picked by them or come against them. They do have first pick, so they can decide to pick Lich or maybe get something like Beastmaster if it survives the span. Syndrome's taking a really long time with this third ban. I wonder what's going through his mind. I don't really like using up your reserve time in the first phase. Ban the Elder Titan Alliance. Pick up the Undying. So they leave Dazzle, Lich, as well as the Beastmaster in the pool, available to be dual picked up in any configuration. Let's see, but they're going to be playing, you know, we've been seeing a lot more tri-lanes of late. So most likely we could even see Beastmods. Does Kaban play Doxia? I wonder. I think Doxia is kind of nice. And like chaotic games against heroes like Undying, you want to dissuade all the heroes, because normally like what happens with Undying, he pressures you in the lane, you lose all your strength through the decay, and then you just, all three heroes immediately go down onto one hero, try kill it. Wow, never mind what I was about to say. First pick Pango. Alright. Aight. So based off their success with this hero, they're like, you know what, let's just get it. Let's get Pangolier. If we lose with Pangolier, whatever, but at least we have it. Now we have Earth Spirit as well, so some team fight, lots of magic damage, lots of just like positional disruption from the two heroes picked by Kaban so far. So Alliance is going to be forced perhaps into picking more catch on their heroes, because if they don't, they won't really have easy ways to kill already just between these two heroes on Pangolier and the Earth Spirit, allowing you to play a little bit more aggressively in the early game. Yeah, I didn't watch last night's games, yesterday's games entirely. I was at work, then I was with Bay, so I was like, you know, I'll figure it out as we go along in the playoffs. Let's see, Alliance, Earth Spirit, Pango, what's it going to be? Get some Shadow Shaman, reveal both supports, get some Lich to try and double down on the laning phase, pick one of your core heroes as well, get Doxia perhaps. Lol. Second pick Morphling, first pick Pangolier. Alright, European Dota, let's do this. You know, Morph's kind of interesting. You can kind of die very quickly in this game. If you get caught unawares and you get silenced before you can react as the Morphling, like, you just, Pangolier will get on top of you, you'll die. It will not take very long at all with the Swashbuckle. But they probably believe as well that the Morphling can take good advantage of this Undying in the early game. Undying just standing up, tanking all the damage that Kaban might want to offer in the lane, allowing Morphling to stay a little bit higher in the Agi. But it all really depends on how aggressively Kaban, how much aggression they can get away with in this early game. I think Alliance have to really expect that this Morphling is going to get pressured super hard by Kaban. Yeah, that's actually a good point as well. The new passive can trigger silences, so the chance of that happening randomly, even in lane, can be pretty confusing, pretty terrible. Maybe get caught out as the Pangolier hits level 2. Alright, so Kaban ban out the Shadow Shaman. They say, nope, we see you. I was really expecting that Alliance would pick that hero, but it goes through. Syndrome bans it out. Alliance have already banned the Doxia as well, taking away one of DK Phobos' best tools. And they take out the PL. PL's good against both Morphling and Undying, so it makes sense to remove that hero. Kaban, I still think they need a little bit more damage. I feel like a Rubik could be nice here for them. If you get a chance to steal Decay from Undying, which is gonna happen given how often you cast a spell, that spell is really good against Morphling. So I could see Kaban going for that. And they have the pick out of the phase of the ban. So what will Cinderin do for his final ban to remove tools that Alliance could take advantage of? Still need to look towards this off lane. I still kind of like this Beastmaster. I think Beastmaster also functions well with the Morphling. Aww, come on, Cinderin, dude. What are you doing? Sigh. Sigh. Feels bad, man. They do pick Bane though, get some single target lockdown and disable. So Cinderin going to be targeting this Morphling. These first 3 heroes could function as a tri-lane, but I kind of like both Earth Spirit and Bane better in dual lane scenarios. They benefit quite a bit from levels. It's going to be pretty hard for Alliance right now to actually guarantee that they're able to get kills on most of these heroes. So they don't really have to play with as much fear of losing out on the early game. Still want to see what they're going to put safe lane though to try and match up versus this TB later. Probably not. It might be an anti-mage game though. They don't really have any lockdown as of yet on the side of Alliance. But we'll see. Still early days. 3 heroes to go. I'm going to pick up their other support right now, most likely. Unless they're going to change tax and pick something for Bo3. You know, I like Doom for both teams, actually. I do not like this hero. Well, I don't like it. I don't like it off lane. I just feel like so Nyx right now, between himself and the Morphling Adapter Strike, that's the only burst damage available for Alliance. Now granted, Kaban don't have that much burst damage themselves, and they don't really have that much disable, only in the form of the Bane. But these heroes on Kaban are hard to kill. Mobility from Pango and Earth Spirit, tank ability from Earth Spirit and Bane. Even Pangolier can really get difficult to kill with higher levels on the shield crash. I don't know about this. Perhaps they're anticipating an OD pick coming out from Kaban, so they're trying to preempt that by picking up the Nyx. But I don't know. I think you'd rather wait to see OD before you go for the Nyx itself. Maybe even Pugna, they're trying to preempt that, but Kaban changed tax entirely, just go all in on this team fight. Get the Brewmaster. Cinder Brew is really cruel against Morphling. And in general, before Morphling has either BKB or the Lincoln Sphere, you just toss him up. Him and Nyx Assassin, like, they're not going to kill the Brewmaster. They don't have enough disable with the Nyx Assassin by himself and burst damage to actually kill Brew before the split can come off right now on the side of Alliance. So this Nyx, I think, kind of exposed them, and Cinderin taking quick advantage of this. Alliance now have to try and find a way to salvage things. They could perhaps go for the OD themselves. They'll go Batrider. Oh, I don't like this. I thought about this earlier in response to the Pangolier. Batrider can be pretty nice in the lane because you force Pangolier to play always in a defensive position. That's not really what the hero wants to be able to do. But you can be made completely useless in the team fight, right? In this kind of game. Bane has instant cost on, or not instant cost, but can very quickly cost Nightmare on either the target or on get the Fiend's Grip out onto you. Earth Spirit just makes it very difficult. Before you have Force Staff, it's going to be really have tough time as Batrider consistently getting kills unless Nyx Assassin is already right next to you, ready to provide more disable. And as well, what do you do against Brewmaster late game? Well, as the game goes on, you don't have the tools to finish this game really quickly on the side of Alliance. None of your heroes really push that fast. Morphling does later on in the game with really high Agi stacked up. But this is not going to be a quick game for you, so you're going to need ways to actually kill these heroes before they get off their spells. And Batrider doesn't really provide you with that. Only sets up for damage to come from elsewhere. So this last pick for Alliance has to be extra special to make up for the lack of damage like so far. That being said though, they have an excellent early game. They might not be trying to go for the late game. This last hero might be like an SF or something. Try to just rush the game. Between a dying Batrider and Nyx Assassin, they can put heavy pressure out onto Kaban in the early lane phase, even if not necessarily getting kills, but forcing them into uncomfortable positions. So if that's a strategy, it could still work out. Alliance ban Jug, taking out a Manta Diffusal carrier or someone that farms really fast. So what carries are left for Kaban? They have TB, PA, They could pick Luna. Seen some Slock. Oh my god, this wow, man, I'd play Slock right now. I'd be so happy. Alliance, what's going to be their last pick? They need something for the mid lane. Perhaps DP for Alliance. Help them play super aggressively. Once Batrider is able to, basically once you grab somebody, either DP or Tinker. Actually, I'd like to see Tinker. Timbersaw. Okay, trying to take advantage of the high strength on a variety of these heroes for Kaban. Now I don't like Lifestealer as a carry in these kind of games, because Kaban also needs to be playing kind of 4v1. So they picked the Timbersaw to try to dissuade Kaban from playing a hero like the Terrorblade. They don't really have any easy ways to kill Timbersaw this game, actually, on the side of Kaban. And I don't think like they can't really pick a hero like Zeus. They're trying to pick something up towards the end of the draft for Oliver. Or for Skeeter, as he's tagged up. So what's it gonna be, the last pick? Man, if they didn't have this Pangolier going mid, I'd say that the Zeus would be so nice. Hey, it is an anti-mage game. Haha, it is an anti-mage game. Anti-mage. The correct option. Good against Timbersaw, good against Morph. They don't really have that much burst damage in this game. Not that much lockdown either. You know, we've got Nyx and Batrider. Don't really provide you with too much against AM. In terms of the lockdown, early lady phase might be kind of rough, but I'm actually really liking Kaban's draft. Although Alliance, it is Alliance still. And Na'Vi, yo, yesterday Na'Vi got outdrafted several times, and they still came through and won the game. So if Na'Vi is back, maybe Alliance will rise to meet them. As one's power in the light increases, the dark will rise to match it. Lol. Yeah, this is a trash Nyx pick. The very saving grace though is that's going to be a support Nyx. Support Nyx I think is way better than core Nyx. And Batrider benefits from farm more. And you're going to really need to get the force off as soon as humanly possible on this Batrider. Probably a Lotus Orb as well as the game increases. So the Bat going to have a lot on his shoulders. Tiger and Insania will be having to make sure, I think they're going to have to try and secure the early lane and the early farm for Batrider more than these other heroes. Because it's pretty hard to completely shut down a Morphling with the heroes that Kaban have. It's going to take some time before they're at that point where they can do that. And Quakefor should be able to do fine this game. I don't think he'll suffer that much in the mid lane. Oh, Togni Hastad. I don't know, fam. Just go to Twitch, search through the Dota 2 menu, see what happens. Just browse pages, see what's up. Alright, here we go. Alliance taking on the side of Team Kaban. Best of 3. Loser gets eliminated, winner continues. Alliance playing on the dire side. Insania rolling around on the support Undying. Quakefor going to be playing the core Timbersaw. Mika on the Morphling right now. We see down towards the bottom side of the map. Tiger on the next assassin. And last but not least, Bo3 playing his Batrider. One of his better heroes, I think. Hoping to see a great performance from him. Speaking of better heroes, 9 playing on this Pangolier. Beaver rolling up on the high ground, having his smoke popped after the rolling boulder. Mika did spot that out, so he is aware that something is happening. And that they're most likely warding up the area and contesting this particular bounty rune. We see DK Phobos is still smoked up. They're coming closer towards Insania. Synderen closing the gap as well. Rolling boulder stuns him up, and Insania going to find himself getting brought down. The Bane leveling up the brain sap, and they secure the first blood. 9. Yeah. And Kaban. Look at Skeeter. With the all chat on the GL. It's like, good luck, bro. You just gave 9 a good start on his best hero. Have fun. See how this goes for you. At the very least, Alliance do still manage to secure the area around the bottom 2 runes, so they're not going to get out-traded in terms of the early gold from those. And they managed to plant down a pretty deep ward. It remains to be seen how useful this will end up being, but we'll see. Oh, actually, Skeeter, what was Alliance doing? Oh my god. Alright, I guess they forced Skeeter into leveling up Blink level 1, but it's not that big a deal, given that you got 4 bounty runes and you got the first blood. Gonna be a good game, I believe, for Team Kaban. They're turning the bottom side into a tri-lane to be contesting up against this Bat Rider. This is the last thing that Alliance wants right now. They need to try and get this Bat Rider as good a start as humanly possible. Being surrounded by heroes who there is kill potential on is going to be devastating for him. Cinderella is going to harass him for some time. Beaver is probably going to stay out of range whilst Bo3 uses up some of his napalm stacks onto Cinderin. But if he gets closer in the lane, he could end up dying to a rolling boulder. So Bo3 might know this. Either way, it just secures the farm for the anti-mage, who's going to be having a great time bottom. Towards the mid lane, the Pangolier going up against the Morphling. This is, in many a game, you would anticipate that this would be a lane configuration for the side lanes, but it's in the mid lane this time around. He's got already a point into the lucky shot for the Pango, so should still be able to do some. I think he wins this lane as he gets levels, right? Although Morphling should still be able to get CS. We'll see. But 9, yeah. We've all learned not to truly try and predict what this hero is going to do in the mid lane for this hero. And we see bottom though. Cinderin falling low. He's being chased by Bo3. Napalm stacks, 6 of them. But he doesn't lose all his HP. Bo3 getting turned around upon Skeeters right in front of him. Insania forced to make the rotation down the bottom. Provide assistance. Keep his Bat Rider alive. So Alliance forced into a good old-fashioned try-v-try. Leaving at top DK Phobos up against Quakefer. They farm. Quakefer farms better, but DK Phobos will farm. He'll be fine. Nobody should die here, at least until there is level 6 on either hero. I think things should be okay. Players of this caliber shouldn't die in this matchup. Haste Rune picked up by Insania. He's going to hit bottom with it. He's got 8 decay stacks. So he can do quite a bit of damage and tank up quite a lot. And they're underneath the tier 1 tower with a lot of dire creeps, so they can tank up the damage. Insania might try to go on to Skeeter right now. And they're leading in with the Firefly. His Haste Rune about to expire. Cinderin expends the Nightmare onto Bo3 to prevent his approach through the trees. And Skeeter will stay safe. Take a little bit of damage from the Firefly, but he's Gucci, he's fine. He's gonna get back to regular old CSing. And pretty even all around. Mid lane, even between the Pangolier as well as the Morphling in overall CS. Top lane DK Phobos within 3 CS of his Timbersaw counterpart. Down towards bottom, the anti-mage and the Bat Rider is the biggest disparity though. Bo3 not really getting the start that he would need, I think, but you know, his team can still bolster him later down the line. We see that this Timbersaw seems to have picked up the Soul Ring already, so that all but guarantees he's now gonna really start accelerating beyond DK Phobos. So next couple of minutes, DK should kind of watch out. If he has low mana and Quakefer happens to reach upon 6 before he does, being able to spam out spells with the Soul Ring. So at that point, something negative might happen. Such as this negative thing happening in the mid lane. They're trying to go into Mika, but he managed to get off the strength morph. He's Gucci. He's fine. He's okay. He will just back away. Continue to increase his CS. Still even, actually outpacing the Pangolier right now. So Mika doing a great job. I think he's been pretty good at the spacing, using the damaging adaptive strike, forcing out the regen from the mid laner for Kaban. 9 does pick up an Invis Rune, Illusion Rune. Regenerates his bottle and he's going to be underway. And at top we see, damn, Quakefer is really accelerating versus DK Phobos. He is now 10 CS above his counterpart. He's almost level 5. DK Phobos only halfway through level 4. And at this point it is kind of seeming like Quakefer is going to be able to bully DK Phobos completely out of the situation. Speaking of bullying, down the bottom, Skeeter has taken away all the mana away from Insania. Insania does have a Mango to pop if necessary, but doesn't have any one charges. Bounty runes are respawning in 15 seconds. Let's see what commitment Kaban want to put towards securing those. See, Cinderin is going to get the Nightmare out onto the Undying. Will he be able to pick up the bounty rune? Oh, the stun onto the Batrider. Oh, but Bo3 gets it anyway. They get 4 actually. Alliance getting their own back, and now they're jumping onto Cinderin, but Bo3 is actually in no man's land. Went a little bit too far out. Looks like he might end up losing his life. The Soul Rip from Insania though, keeping him alive. Bo3 pushing it to the limit, getting a bunch of damage out onto the supports, forcing them to use the shrine and helping to get the 4 bounty runes for his team. Alright, Alliance now suddenly in a really good position. The only place that's going marginally badly for them was this Batrider, but now Bat, with the assistance from that gold, has caught up. They will pop the shrine. Team Kaban, do they have a smoke? They do not, so no kind of shenanigans will be coming up right now. I kind of feel like the fact that they failed to kill this Batrider so many times is really detrimental to the anti-mage's farm overall. He is out leveling the Bat, but the CS he actually has to his disposal, I don't know, he's going to be falling a little bit behind, or actually a lot behind at this rate. Because I kind of feel like as anti-mage in the early game, you need to be ahead of the Morphling rather than vice versa. Just because of how much burst damage that a Depth of Stripe can reliably put out with the waveform versus just having the mana break. Speaking of, bottom, they catch Skeeter away from his blink location. And they're going to try and now get this turnaround onto Bo3. They've turned on him with the Rolling Boulder, stunned him up after the Nightmare. But the Firefly will get the Batrider away, pops the healing salve. Bo3's Gucci, and assistance is coming. Tiger is in the vicinity, and Insania is also rotating down on the Undying. But there's nothing else for them to do, right? Because top lane is going perfectly fine for Quakefer. Hasn't really managed to put much damage onto the tier 1 tower until now. But he is doing perfectly in terms of farm, and now he's threatening DK Phobos. DK Phobos does not have 6, so he knows he can't really position himself far out of this lane, and Quakefer can just tank up all the damage on the tier 1 tower thanks to this level 3 reactive armor. And all DK Phobos can do is run. This is actually a good strategy from DK Phobos. Saves a lot of damage away from his tower. It might cost him his life, however, but Quakefer doesn't really have the levels that he would like to really make this happen, so just get back, keep farming. This game seems marginally even in terms of the overall net worth that's being distributed, but I don't know, I kind of feel like Alliance is a little bit ahead in my estimation. Quakefer's having a free game, Bo3's having a better than expected game. Impale now will land onto Cinderin. The second kill of this game is going to come perhaps. Cinderin, Nightmare on himself, he's still alive. The rotation from 9, they're going to turn onto Bo3. Bo3 will finally die thanks to the Pangolier going into the ultimate form. And they're going to go back onto Tiger, hitting him up. One more hit. Coming in with the roll. And Pangolier helping to secure a second kill at bottom. So Kaban, great rotation from 9. What a player. All he has is this Javelin and a Teleport Scroll. Activates immediately the Rolling Thunder. Makes magic happen. And that was also a pretty sick play by Cinderin. The last minute soft Nightmare. Turns around with the stick charges. Keeps himself alive. And they finally get the kills they need onto Bo3. Bo3 rolls, goes onto him. He's going to go into the Firefly. Big decay going onto both the Earth Spirit as well as the Anti-Mage. Why is my tongue so leaden today? It's weird. But they don't really get anything out of this. Skeeter also has the Ring of Health right now, so almost a guarantee that he's going to be able to sustain himself in this lane. Might not need as much assistance. 9 though, even with those kills that he made happen at bottom, still lagging. Well, not lagging, but still at parity with the Morphling. They have the same amount of farm relatively. Morphling does also have a Morbid Mask, and Pangolier doesn't have a regen item besides his bottle. He is going to get the Maelstrom first, so wants to be able to farm as fast as humanly possible. But you know, things still very, very even across the board. Very few kills, no towers taken, almost nothing happening really. Even DK Phobos managed not to die. Quakefer is going to be the first one to claim a tower, it seems, in the top lane on his Timbersaw. virtually unstoppable at this point in the game. Will be able to claim a tier 1. The rest of Kaban will not show up to defend this. They have a Rolling Thunder going out onto bottom though. They find Tiger with it. He is out of the form though. Hard Piercer going back with the Swashbuckle. 9. Gonna find himself very low on HP after the Adapter Strike, but the Nightmare will keep him alive. Boxing, Firefly will end. They've got onto Cinderin. A couple of Napalm stacks. Impale will connect onto him as well. Mika right next to him with the right leg damage and the Adapter Strike to finish things off. The Morphling will get the second kill for Alliance. What does he have flying out on the courier? Alright, but Power Treads coming in through as well. Kaban now will turn his attention back towards the mid lane. Just keep it. He almost has that Maelstrom. They also know that, oh, Boxy's actually stealing his stacks. This is pretty bad. This gets Boxy closer to getting the full set of drums as well as denying the gold away from the Maelstrom. Cinderin needs to be able to find this Nightmare. He doesn't have level 6, so the Fiend's Grip is not available. But he's almost in range. He's going to find Insania at least. Alright, he's got him. Rolling, a boulder will come out from the Earth Spirit. Thunderclap will follow this up. They're going to definitely find this kill. And Insania will be the sacrifice. So I'm not sure that's 100% worth it, but it does also take up a lot of time, allowing Quakefoot to claim the tier 1 tower at bottom. The supports, well, not being able to respond anyway, but being occupied and giving more gold to Batrider. Alright, it's all good, it's all Gucci. And this anti-mage is not yet at the point where he's still a fair few minutes away. Seems like around about 15-minute Battle Fury should be coming out for the AM. Especially since his team will not be able to claim any towers anytime soon, it seems. Having all the lane pressure pushed into them. Quakefoot is about to complete the Yule Scepter. He actually has it. It's flying out on the courier right now. So they are pretty dangerous. They can use now the Timbersaw as an initiation tool rather than the Batrider. So Lasso, when it eventually comes up, it's hard to believe Boxy's not level 5 yet. How is this even possible? So when Lasso does come out, much easier to get a trigger off on that when somebody sets up the Yule Scepter for you. So really nothing happening. 9 activates a haste June. Does he have the damage? Gets off the Lucky Shot silence. They're gonna get the Maelstrom procs, but Mika is still able to waveform onto the high ground. The decay is there. Adapter Strike comes through as well. He's gonna start morphing out to try and get himself away. Insania, Soul ripping himself up. Another decay, shield crash coming in from 9 and 9. Just gonna chase down Insania, turning his attention back towards Mika. But now he's out of mana. Does have 10 wand charges on the other side of the map. DK forward, does fall, waveform forward, but it's a trap. Anti-mage hiding behind the trees. It gets silenced up on the Morphling. He's gonna get chased down. Rolling Thunder is gonna keep him in position a little while longer. Skeeter with the Mana Void finishes off the kill, and they get the Morphling. The long chase and the patience from 9 yielding rewards. And they bring down the Morph. Other side of the map, DK Phobos does end up falling. But hashtag worth. And 9, big plays. Just picked up the Maelstrom, already back up to 800 gold. Picked up level 10. He's TPing bottom. They're going to try and engage this fight. Cinderin finds the Nightmare onto the Batrider. DK Phobos enclosing the space. Thunderclap with the Fiend's Grip. They get the kill quite easily. And 9 with the Lucky Shot proc finishes off the Batrider. A killing spree for the Pangolier by 9. Before this, it was kind of like a quiet game. Things were relatively even. Not much was really happening, but 9 starting to explode atop the scene right now. Beating all to those Greaves as soon as humanly possible. Become a terror. Impossible to deal with. Because you don't really need to rely on items to do your damage. Just, oh my god. Oh my god. Are they going to kill Insania? Yule Scepter from Quakefoot. It's a trap. They're going to turn their attention back towards Beaver. And Beaver regretting his decisions right now. Is going to end up losing his life to Quakefoot. And somebody gets the courier somewhere. Alright, Alliance. Getting their own back somewhat. Cinderin though will destroy an Observer Ward. Alliance have planted this ward twice actually in this game so far. So really valuing that spot of vision. I wonder if it'll play into the series as a whole, and not just this game. Well, at least if they're playing on Dire. I'm not sure if they'll plant that exact same ward if they're playing Radiant. Mika is being scouted out right now by 9.
The Bane is getting close to him, but there's no Fiend's group available. Synderen used at bottom to kill Bo3, so 9 will have to do this old-fashioned way. Rolling Thunder. Oh my goodness, the chain stun is gonna get the kill onto Morphling. 9, what a player. Oh, that's how you know this man really knows how to play this hero. That kind of experience doesn't come from just anybody. He gets used up right now though. They want to try punish him. Bo3 does have the lasso, does get it off on him, and Quakefer claiming a pretty large streak. Actually goes the way of the Batrider. Bo3 getting closer towards his Blink Dagger as a result. But still, that is absolutely worth it. Not only do you draw Quakefer, Batrider has to use the Yule Scepter onto you. You kill the Morphling, prevent him from farming during all the time, and you allow Skyder, the Anti-Mage, to be farming in the top side of the map. Almost has his Battle Fury. And they're going to get another kill at top onto Bo3, Batrider. His fortunes have reversed somewhat in this game. Things were looking good. But now, he dies. Slowing down his farm. Wasn't able to get the farm after they got the kill onto the Pangolier either. So it feels kind of bad right now. And that basically allows Anti-Mage to have the Battle Fury. Can they get the deny at middle? They do. Man, 9 has been doing everything for his team in this game. Simultaneously, Anti-Mage gets the tier 1 at top. He can't really get the Battle Fury because his courier died. Feels bad, man. It's going to be back up fairly soon. Alright, so Alliance will not be satisfied with the way this game is going directly right now. So, we need to try and find one of these heroes that have been causing them so much trouble. Because a lot of the action that's been happening have been on Alliance's side of the map. And that's not really ideal when you're playing with a hero like Morphling. Morphling wants to take advantage of space created for him by the rest of his team, not necessarily having to play very conservatively with his farming patterns. But they're trying to clear this out right now. They're doing the right thing. They're getting some wards out, getting some vision down. They're going to miss on their D wards, however. So that's kind of unfortunate. So Synderen has the upper hand on them on that one. But they had another deep ward that's going to expire quite soon. They're doing what they can. They have a ward on the other side of the map. Synderen will get one D ward, but will not be able to find the other one. You mad, bro? Hey, what's up, fam? How you doing, G? How you doing, fam? Alright, Insania is going to be able to find the instant D ward. Oh, no. Really? Who's going to get it first? Nice. Anti-Mage picks it up. Alright. Battle Fury up on Anti-Mage. So this fight needs to go well for Alliance. They cannot allow this to go badly. Quakefer is going to be spotted. He does still have his Yule Scepter. A Nightmare went out onto Bo3. Insania activates his ultimate right now. Rolling Thunder connects right now onto the Batrider with the Magnetize coming through as well. Fiend's Grip attaching on to Quakefer. They managed to bring down the Batrider. Next to the target will be Quakefer. The roll in coming in from the side of Quakefer. Quakefer doing a lot of damage in the midst of the fight. He's not dying right now. 9 goes in. Swashbuckle trying to bring down Insania. Insania's Flesh Golem doing a lot of work, but he's going to end up getting brought down anyway by the Mana Void. And then Quakefer surrounded now by enemy heroes. Mika doing what he can. Waveform helps to bring down 9. DK Phobos will die to the Adaptive Strike as well. And Mika helping to turn the tide for his team, allowing him to get a double kill on the Morph. Suddenly, Anti-Mage, isolated, will be forced to TP away. So a 3 for 2 that was looking very good. Quakefer thought he was going to die there, but Morphling coming in the clutch at the last moment. I was wondering why there were 2 Earth Spirits, but Mika ended up actually using his ultimate to steal away the Earth Spirit's form. He rolls into the fight, creating a lot of havoc, stunning multiple heroes, using this. Oh, that was just so juicy from this Morphling player. Now he has a Manta style. He won't be connected with on the smoke, but they're going to try to get aggressive anyway. They want to reveal this Blink Dagger as soon as humanly possible from the Batrider. Looks like an easy target shall be Biver. Feels bad, man. Easy kill. And Earth Spirit is one of the heroes that they really need on the side of Kaban to try and dissuade Alliance from pushing. Especially since DK Phobos, sure, he does have a Blink Dagger, but doesn't really have his ultimate online, so doesn't really accomplish anything. Simultaneously, we do see that Quakefer manages to push down the tier 2 tower in the bottom lane as well. They're trying to mirror this move with the Anti-Mage Skeeter, pushing down the tier 2 at top, but doesn't actually deal any damage towards it himself. Allows a creep wave to get there, but there's no permanent advantage coming in from that. So it seems like Alliance running them ragged across the map. Because of the anti-mage though, and how much he's farming, it still seems, it's still very even, right? Literally look at these net worths. Insania and Syndra are within a hair's breadth of each other. Biva with Tiger, DK Phobos at the same time as Bo3, 9 with Mika, and Skeeter's anti-mage with Quakefer. Like, this is one of the most even 20-minute games with double racks taken I've ever seen. But now we see a fight at bottom that might change that fact. Insania going to go down to the Rolling Thunder. Mika falling on a trouble as well. Manages to escape and walk away, starting to morph into the strength. Cinderin tries to keep himself alive, but ends up nightmaring only onto Bo3. He buys back into this fight. They get the stun out onto Tiger, anti-mage, removing all his mana away from the spray. Quakefer trying to escape. The Spike Carapace will be there for a moment. Impale will not connect onto anti-mage, so he will finish the job. So they get the double kill. 2 heroes do go down. Buyback is expended for the Bane. So they need to try and get something out of this. But it looks like Alliance is already trying to plan for the next move. They smoke up immediately. They suspect that Kaban is going to go in for this Roshan. And do they suspect right is the question. There's a double damage rune in the river. If this gets picked up by this Morphling, it's going to be a disaster. Now they get the blink forward. Cinderin. Wow, the adapter strike and the right click from Morphling. Jeez. And now they're the ones that suddenly have the advantage. Their Nyx has just respawned and they killed the hero that bought back. So there's absolutely no way that this will be anything other than a 4v5. Roshan is going to be taken by them. 9 trying to push out the tier 1 tower at bottom. Anti-Mage trying to tentatively push out the tier 2 at top. But they will not be there in time. Mika will grab the Aegis. Morphling now going to TP towards bottom. They want to try and get some revenge kills. Remember, there is a Yule Scepter available. But Mika TP'd first. So because of that, there was a delay on Quakever's TP. He wasn't able to get there in time. It's kind of unfortunate, actually. But it is what it is. It's fine. Oh, they killed Skeeter. What? How? Oh my god. Did they actually just catch him raw? Oh my goodness, they did. So they catch him out. Bottom lane, they're trying to do the same to Mika. Rolling Thunder onto him. He's been silenced. Lucky shot. Not even required just because of the silences from the Earth Spirit. They take away the Aegis. Bo3 trying to get some revenge. Flame Break pushes back DK Phobos. He's being slowed up by the sticky napalm. And he's going to turn around just to buy time for his team. He knows he's dead. And they stay in their tracks. They bring him down. Mika gets revenge for his Aegis life. And he does end up dying. Mid lane, however, they're going on to Quakefer. Quakefer, very low on mana, very low on HP as well. Gets tossed back towards the rest of the team. And Kaban are able to get the kill onto him. The Pangolier doing the damage, but Cinderin snagging the kill. Flaming Lasso onto Said Pangolier. He gets surrounded right now, and the Adapter Strike puts him low enough for Tiger to finish him off with the final right click. Lots of trading happening, and as a result of all these trades, everything is still staying relatively even. Another tier 2 tower will fall, though, in the favor of Alliance. Mika getting closer and closer towards having his E-Blade. Anti-Mage doing what he can and understanding that with the Pangolier dead, there's just no chance of them trying to take team fights. He's trying as much as possible as well to get his Manta style. I think that's the real usual peak, or not peak, where you know that Anti-Mage is really online. So when you have that Manta. When you're really, really online is when you have the Basher as well. But just for a start, you need the Manta style. He can pick it up now if he goes to the side shop, but has to play so conservatively. His team has no vision on the areas around his shrine, nothing on the high ground, nowhere around the Roche. In fact, the only place on the map that they have a ward right now is this ward down at bottom, spotting out this rune. But it doesn't even spot out the bounties right now, and it's simultaneously, the worst thing is it's about to expire. You need to get more vision out on the map. Cinderin has one in his inventory, but they seem to have been systematically countered out right now by Alliance. AM does have Manta though, so that is a positive aspect for them. And they're going to try smoke and exploit this Manta timing, as well as the fact that all their ultimates are back on cooldown. DK Phobos getting closer towards his Aghanim Scepter to complement his Vlads. But they're not going to find anything. It seems like Alliance sort of aware that something might be happening at this point in time. And they stay back. They do find Tiger though. They don't connect onto him. Okay, Primal Spirit gets interrupted. Can they get the burst damage? Nightmare keeps him alive a little bit longer. Yule Scepter in the air, keeping him alive. There's going to be a Fiend's Grip going out onto Bo3. Rolling Thunder going to connect onto multiple heroes with the Magnetize flying out as well. And a huge shield crash coming in from 9, but the damage from Alliance thus far is actually overwhelming. They're going to be able to bring down the Brewmaster as well as the Beta Elemental. 9 on the high ground, all by his lonesome shield crash. He's trying to stay alive, but it's not going to be for much longer. We see the Pangolier. Can he get up to the low ground? He has no support. Guardian Greaves are at the ready. Is he going to use them at the last second? Not yet. He gets onto the low ground, then he pops the Greaves. He's going to stay alive. Bo3 chasing him down right now. Doesn't have the lasso, however. Mika gets this Cinder Brew form. He just wants the Cinder Brew. That's all he needs. Cinder Brew. Cinder Brew. Wants to get as close as possible. Earth Spirit on from the high ground, trying to delay them as much as possible. Kicks a stone forward to slow them up. Quakefer gets closer, wants to get off the Yule Scepter. He does delay him for the moment. Mika does have the Adaptive Strike. Can he find it? Yes, he can. 9 is going to go down. Beaver trying to roll himself away. He's going to run right into Quakefer. And Insania will claim the kill onto him as well. And Alliance. They turn up the aggression. They get the counter. Oh man, that was such a bad fight to force. Kaban, they had no vision on the high ground. Didn't know where any of these heroes were. At the time, they already used Blink Dagger on the Brewmaster had gone down. Like, had been forced to use the ultimate so soon. Wait, didn't he just die at the beginning of the fight? I think he did. They're not going to lose at tier 3 though. And somehow this game's still even. Just because Skeeter is going to be putting the team on his back, it seems. E-Blade available for the Morphling. They need to get this Basher Abyssal Blade combination ASAP out on the Anti-Mage. It looks like Alliance have faked back. They don't want to leave this area just yet. They want to start the push with Morphling. Lead down to bottom perhaps. Meet up with him as they connect. But it doesn't seem like the side of Kaban have any interest whatsoever in entertaining these things. They're like, whatever, man. Anti-Mage, you just go do Anti-Mage things, man. Pretend you're burning Circa at 2013. That's all you need to do. Alright, let's see what we've got. Tiger gonna use the ultimate. The Vendetta Nyx. Got the health talent. People haven't been picking the movement speed talents anymore. Just in general, not just on Nyx itself. It's been kind of weird. But a lot of these other talents are way better. And health is very important. I'm just seeing if there's any real surprises on these talent pickups right now. Not really. Everything seems about legit. People no longer take the agility. The blink range is way better. Way better. Cabano is still trying to stay as safe as humanly possible. They have now completed this push out at top. They're going to meet with their creep wave that they set on this path earlier and complete taking down this tier 2 tower. Huge creeps. Like 4 range creeps and a sea dragon with the timber saw at the front of this. Jesus Christ. That is insane. Bo3 does have Firefly active. Looking to hopefully find a target. Can he get 9? Yes, he can. No way to save him so far. They've got him right outside the base. The Chakram with the Adaptive Strike brings him shortly down. Godlike streak for the Morphling. Oh my goodness. Team Kaban caught with their pants down. 9. Unable to stay alive on the high ground. Does he have buyback? No, he does not. So 40 seconds that they have without their strongest hero. Anti-Mage has a lot of farm right now, but not nearly as threatening in a team fight as the Pangolier has been so far. And Mika and Quakefer, between the two of them, they will be able to claim the tier 3 tower and the first lane of Rax. The top lane are under threat. They have a tombstone defending them, which will expire in a single second, but it's not nearly going to be enough to cancel out this push entirely. And they do finish off this push. Rax at top, taken down by the side of Alliance. And now Alliance really ahead. The main thing is that this Anti-Mage doesn't really have the big impact of this Pangolier just yet. Still needs this Abyssal Blade. So Alliance definitely did what their draft is meant to do. Played as fast as humanly possible. Like, sure, it doesn't seem that way given how relatively close the game has been. But think how long it's been since we've seen anything happen on the Alliance side of the map go wrong for Alliance. And now we see Spirit getting caught out in the forefront of the fight, gets Nightmare up to keep him alive. Boxy able to get the lasso out onto DK forwards, but the ultimate will still come out. Fiend's Grip going out onto the Batrider, keeping him in position for now. They're turning their attention towards him. Pangolier will help bring him down, and they do get that kill. They destroy the Tombstone as well, and they find Insania in the corner right now. Next Tiger, both of them, they're gonna get brought down. Oh, Man of Void gets dodged out by Quakefor. He's managed to survive throughout all this damage, and the Death Tombstone though is spawning, doing way too much damage. Insania keeping everybody alive on the forefront of the fight. He gets brought down low, but eventually he will die, but he puts everybody around him in crucial and mortal capacity. And 2 kills, or only 2, only 9, nobody else. Okay, that Tombstone seemed way too effective in that situation. So a 3v2 Alliance keep their 2 big cores alive, neither of them falter. Quakefor gets stunned up right now, rolled forward. They're gonna stun him. They don't have the Fiend's Grip anymore. Syndra used it in the previous fight on the Batrider for them to secure that kill. They used a lot on Bat. That was a lot of hate from them. Fiend's Grip as well as the boost split. But DK Phobos will at least be able to secure a boundary rune for his team. So though they are racks behind, they are playing with Anti-Mage and they are playing with Pangolier, so a single lane of super creeps, not that big a deal. Even Brewmaster can be pretty effective in the situation, but he might not be effective now if he's dead. Feels bad, man. Lassoed, Vendetta, Mana Burnt, attacked, killed, dead. Bad times, bad times. So Quakefor able to find the kill onto DK Phobos at bottom. This kind of forces Anti-Mage, or at least between Anti-Mage and the Pangolier. One of them now has to be the one that's pushing on top. They're going to choose it to be Anti-Mage, a little bit more mobile. Pango does not have a Blink Dagger to his name, so not really going to be able to exert that kind of pressure on the map. And Alliance want to take advantage of this. We've got to keep actually abreast of those buybacks. Skeeter has Manta Style right now. Can he try and force something? The tier 2 tower is at half HP. This could be a tier 2. Let's see how quickly Alliance want to respond. If they don't respond in the next like 5 seconds, this is probably going to be a tier 2. Okay, but Skeeter kind of chickens out. But they have vision of them. They can only see the Undying. He doesn't see the dangerous heroes. Doesn't know where Batrider is. Doesn't know where Nyx is. Does not know where the Timbersaw is. So, understandable that he gets a bit spooked. Still, it's going to put this in basically mortal danger. One more push will succeed in a push. A takedown of that tower. And now they're going to try to get some back around plays. Oh, no. Oh, my God. Okay, Insania now going to get turned around upon. He gets bashed up by Skeeter. Skeeter goes forth. He actually has the BKB. Activates that to keep the fight going. They manage to bring down the Undying. Rolling Thunder going out onto the Morphling Mika. He dies in his Anti-Mage form. He can't really survive this. The buyback coming in from the Earth Spirit, who died earlier on in this fight. Skeeter destroys the Undying Tombstone. DK Phobos does manage to get off the ultimate. Oh my goodness, the slow from the lucky shot going out onto Boxy. He drops the gem as well. Tiger gets off the multi-man impale, but this is not going to save his life at all. Highly mobile heroes will chase him. Man of Void does get triggered off. DK Phobos is back. They get the kill onto Nyx. And look at this. Roche is up. Skeeter finds the entrance into the pit. And 9 getting that. Oh my goodness. Morphling in Anti-Mage form. Ends up losing his life there. Who did he die to? And he dies to the Anti-Mage himself. So now AM has money for buyback, but the Alliance team doesn't want to let this go for free. Oh, rolling boulder, beautiful from Beaver, catching Boxy on the high ground. You're gonna find himself getting swashbuckled up. They miss him on the roll down. Morphling does buy back to try and defend this. Transforms into Anti-Mage once more. We do see them getting the lasso out onto Beaver. Beaver does end up getting brought down. Skeeter does not want to fight against himself. 9 able to get off the swashbuckle. Rolling Thunder will be there. He's keeping himself alive. The spell shield does get triggered off by the Anti-Mage, but Boxy's forced off, pushes Mika down onto the low ground. So the false Anti-Mage goes back into his Morphling form, and Alliance seems to have come through with the double cross. They will be able to keep this Roche alive, but it is a very expensive defense. They do get the Aegis and Cheese because of it, but they had to expend the Morphling buyback for that one, and neither Pangolier nor the Anti-Mage had to do the same. So this game, Alliance, they are marginally ahead. Man, what a close game. Doesn't feel like there's actually a Rax in this. Very close on kills. Very close on gold. Swashbuckle does go forward. And they bring out the Tombstone as a defensive tool. They're like, whatever, we're going to use this Aegis. Mika did grab the level 20 talent to turn into allies, so going to use that to get off even more undying damage. And they get the Nightmare out onto the Timbersaw. Earth Spirit back now. They get the Swashbuckle with the Lucky Shot out onto Mika. Wow, Adaptive Strike damage going on to 9, but 9 still stays alive throughout all of this. The Nightmare, everything's ending. Skeeter going on to the backlines. Wanna try to find some damage there. DK forwards, gets to the Primal Split onto the high ground. They're tossing and turning and keeping the Timbersaw into the air, not allowing him to cast anything, but they also get the silence out now onto Tiger. Nyx Assassin getting surrounded. He's inside the Burrows mode right now. Still gets rolled upon, still gets stunned up. Fiend's Grip going out onto Quakefor. Quakefor is out of mana. Rolling Thunder gonna get juiced up right now. Coming in 9 able to find the kill onto Tiger, and they also find the stun onto Mika. Mika is in mortal territory. He will lose his first life. Boxy outside of the fight, outside of the map. He can't really get involved in the base once more. Throws out the lasso back onto 9, but now they got the surround onto Mika. Mika does have full mana though, having respawned from the stages. He gets swashbuckled up right now, grabbing Greaves, used up by the team. He gets bashed, he's losing a lot of his mana. He's trying to just get the escape right now. Insania turning in the middle of everybody with the huge escape stacks, but it does not help versus the damage from the swashbuckle Lucky Shot as well as the mana void. They get that kill, and Mika, he gets turned around upon as well. Skeeter finding himself the double kill, and look who's left is Quakefor on the Timbersaw without allies, without help, and now without even any health, and he will get brought down. He can survive a lot, but even a Timbersaw cannot survive at all. An Alliance in a failed push down middle, they lose 4 heroes, not a single one lost for the side of Team Kaban. Buybacks are not at the ready, and Alliance, they are on the ropes. Team Kaban, they know that there's no buyback on the Morphling, and there's also no buyback on the Timbersaw. This could just be a straight up game ending push. Once they realize that no buybacks are available, they could just go for these tier 4s. There's probably not enough time for that though. I think they should probably take the conservative option, get themselves some racks. As it stands as well, their team, well, not really. Alliance can still deal with the lane of super creeps as well. Oh my god, this is gonna take a while. And they just settle for the tier 3. I think they're just waiting out the Tombstone. Okay, the turnaround. BKB active with the Abyssal Blade going out onto Boxy. Boxy will die. No buyback available for the Batrider. 77 seconds in the grave. They take down the Tombstone. 9 on the backlines. Does now find the Undying. They turn around onto him. Rolling Thunder. They've gotten that kill. No buyback on him either. Nyx Assassin going to be able to retreat back into the base. But that's all he can do. And now 2 lanes of racks are under threat. Morphling respawning in 13 seconds. Or Timbersaw in 13, Morphling now in 13. And they're going to be able to take the second lane without too much hindrance. Team Kaban. Suddenly 11k gold up. Anti-mage. Not anti-mage, screw that. Pangolier, 9 Pangolier, man. Their team fighting this game has been so impeccable. They jump right now with the Primal Split. They go out, they bring down Tiger almost immediately. He's the only one that has buyback. He will use it, but the Fiend's Grip right now get turned around onto Quakefor. Quakefor will die again. No buyback available for him. And they're still in the base. The beautiful fake back coming in from Team Kaban. DK forwards with the insta cost of the ultimate, and they're gonna turn their attention towards Mika as well. Mika's gonna. Oh, this is just Tiger. Mika's just hiding. Mika's just hiding. Oh my god. Well, Boxy, for the Hail Mary lasso, they're gonna try at least get Anti-Mage closer to the base, but instead it brings Anti-Mage closer to them. So Mika just has to retreat back to safety. And Kaban, staying on focus, understanding the task at hand, is to try and win this here game. Alliance are not giving up. They're gonna try and make this as frustrating a process as humanly possible, but Kaban are just too far ahead right now. No more ultimates available for the side of Alliance. They get the jump onto the Smurfling. He does block the Abyssal Blade using that Lincoln Sphere, but the Ancient is under threat. 40 seconds they have to hold without Quakefor. Not a chance in hell that they can make this happen. Still on full HP. Cinderin gets Abyssal Blade up. He still survives. He will lose his life eventually to the right click coming out from the Morphling. Morphling right now turns into the Undying. Will pop the cheese, but it doesn't matter. GG, well played. Team Kaban. Wow. I am genuinely impressed. Genuinely impressed. Well done, Kaban. They managed to take down the side of Alliance Very long, drawn out affair, but ultimately they do triumph. Alright, not bad, guys. Not bad. Not bad. That's kind of cool to see. Like they maintained the composure for a really long time. There were a couple of like situations where they made some mistakes, but they didn't really let that get to them. And this anti-mage played this game perfectly. 27,000 hero damage on anti-mage, but yo, Pangolier 9. 44,000 hero damage. Kaban, their cores just had a fantastic and phenomenal game. Just look at the spike in this graph. From when things start going well for them to just... And the Lions seem to be winning with the experience, with doing well with gold. And then just BAM! Everything starts turning up aces for Kaban. And they win the game. So that's game number 1, ladies and gentlemen. Game 2 will be coming fairly shortly, as soon as the lobby is loaded up and everything is getting underway. So that was Team Kaban surprisingly grabbing the advantage, using their draw. Like that was such solid play. Actually, I don't think I can say anymore that Alliance is actually a better team than Kaban. What I saw today, very composed side, absolutely deserved to be here. Well, you know what I mean. Nevertheless, we're gonna see what happens next. Kaban versus Alliance, 1-0 in favor of Kaban. Game 2 coming soon. If you haven't already, make sure to hit that follow button. Bottom right, I think. Bottom left, bottom right, I'm not really sure. Hit that button right now. Follow me on Twitter, as you can see the handle at the below, where you can get upcoming information on all future games. And if you have any spare change lying on your couch, haven't been hit by any recessions recently, make a contribution, help it grow, put money into the webcam fund, that kind of thing. And yeah, we'll see you guys very soon for game 2. Make sure to do all those things. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. We keep it locked.
Once upon a time, there lived a man who lived on a planet called Planet Music. And on this planet, there were many nations, and each nation had a king, a president. And these leaders had absolute power over their people.
Just waiting on the games. Just waiting on the games. Come on, there we go. Game's up. Or supposedly. Do you guys think they're gonna get out drafted like that again? Okay, one of the players is having a little bit of a problem with their computer, so taking a little bit longer to get started again, apparently. Yeah, just waiting, guys, for last person to finish, whoever it is. Yeah, I don't know who it is. I just know it's someone. That's my only advice. Who do you think you are? Bless your soul. You think that you're in control? Baby, babe, I think you're crazy. Oh my god, this is taking so long. Alright, just gonna watch the other game meantime. Or at least watch the draft of the other game. And then by the time I finish this draft, then we'll know what's gonna happen Now the game should have definitely started. It'll be great. It'll be great. Alright. Let's do it, ladies and gentlemen. We have ourselves Vega Squadron taking on the Real Deal. Oh shit. So it looks like there are 2 surprise game 1 wins. Real Deal also seem to have beaten Vega in game 1. So let's see how they fare here. They got Tiny Terrorblade. What an opening too. Tiny Terrorblade, Vega get Undying Shaman Medusa. The Shaman, yo, if Alliance had picked Shaman instead of Nyx Assassin, they would have won that game. But they do have these 2 heroes now on the side of Vega to protect the Medusa. And I always like the idea of 2 huge zoning ultimates, or the zoning spells rather. Medusa with the Stone Gaze on the one side, Undying with the Tombstone. Hell, you can even like throw in the Shadow Shaman Rust Awards for good measure. You just create like these areas that Real Deal just cannot access without taking significant damage to themselves. So this works out. I think I like what Vega's doing here. And I like all 3 of the heroes versus Terrorblade. Nature's Prophet. Nature's Prophet. Okay. This is very interesting. To get Prophet to try and add, you have split pressure across the map as well as huge rotation pressure that's available to you. You can basically counteract anything Undying does in the early game. Wherever he shows up to do stuff, you just port to the other side of the map, kill a hero there. You know they will not have protection from the Nature's Prophet, or at least from the Undying. Undying will be off doing other things. Now Centaur gets picked up for the side of Vega Squadron. I get it. Stampede's good. Some additional stun and control versus the Terrorblade, as well as the Nature's Prophet. You get Double Edge, which is good magical damage that they kind of need as well. Need as much burst as humanly possible. But either way, just let's see. Are the game up yet? Are we ready yet? Here we go. Alliance Kaban. Let's do that. Let's go. That's the plan. That's the play. And that's what we're here for. Oh my god, I still have to endure this long ass load screen because they just started the game. Oh well, it is what it is. Just gonna have to tank it up in its entirety. Accept that this is the way things are. It is what it is, it's chill though. Loading. I kind of just hope that we have a better draft coming out of Alliance. That being said, the more I was thinking about that previous game, I just feel like that Nyx Assassin really changed everything. It feels like it was one of those situations where the Nyx Assassin and the Anti-Mage picks, when they came out, Nyx 3rd, Anti-Mage 5th, I think, last overall pick in the game. Really changed things, changed the fortunes of both teams. For the side of Alliance, as soon as that next assassin was picked up by them, it pretty much all but confirmed that they were going to be under the sort of time pressure in order to try and end this game. If they, all that they needed to do on the side of Kaban is pick a hero that scales ultra well into the late game, and at that point you'll be able to attain some success. But let's just hope they've adjusted, they've chilled. Here we go. Your boy. Your boy. Alright. Finally back into it, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Draft number 2 for game number 2. Alliance taking on Team Kaban in a best of 3 to determine who proceeds in this lower bracket of the Dreamleague major qualifiers. The loser, not only will they be stuck, you know, eating tears, eating salt, they're going to get kicked out of the tournament, removed from the possibility of picking up DPC points at this event. So this game, it's not a joke, it's no game actually, it's real life. Some dreams on the line, some DPC points on the line. Let's go, let's see what we got. Alliance versus Kaban. Kaban leading things off the same bands, I would imagine. Taking out, what did they take out, right? Took out not Nature's Prophet, Lone Druid first. Then they banned Elder Titan third. And then second, did they ban the Tiny or did Alliance ban the Tiny? Because Alliance banned, I think, no, Alliance banned Tiny, Grimstroke, as well as... Oh, I forgot the last hero. I know it was Syndran that ended up banning Shadow Shaman and Beastmaster second phase. Alliance now already respect banned the 9 Pangolier, so by necessity going to be seeing a different kind of playstyle coming out of Kaban. Perhaps not though. So I still sincerely cannot remember the last hero that they banned. When that becomes clear, they might end up going back for that hero. And that got left out of the rotation the first time around. There's Dazzles, there's Darkseers. You know, lots of good stuff for them to pick up on the side of Kaban and Alliance, in fact. Well, Kaban, they might just stick to the same bands. I hope they do. Usually a sign of strength when you're like, you're not won a game, we don't need to adjust too much, we'll be okay. Kaban, what's going to be the third ban here? Again, Syndran really taking his time. They actually take out the Nyx, so they feel that they were really struggling with that pick. Or maybe actually this could be like the next level. So they could be trying to angle towards picking a hero that Nyx does counter, knowing that Alliance are prepared to pick that hero even in a sort of bad situation. I think it does actually lend credence to the fact that Kaban was trying to pick a different core hero rather than anti-mage last game. But now with Nyx removed from the pool, opens up space for Pugna, ODs, these kind of heroes. You know, they'll be in good hands. Alliance now will ban out the Grimstroke. So what's it going to be, Kaban? You can't first pick the Pango. You can first pick the Earth Spirit though. You can also first pick the Coddle. I first pick Keeper of the Light. I'm okay with this. I'm okay with this. I can fox with the Keeper, with the Coddle. At the very least, it's gonna throw Alliance off. Now they have to I think they kind of forced to pick Beastmaster now. You need some kind of attack speed on your team playing against the Will-O-Wisp. So when the Ignis does come out, it's always useful to have some way to destroy it quickly, either through illusions or through just having mass attack speed. So that puts what? Troll, perhaps Medusa, Terrorblade, PL, Beastmaster. Increases the stock of those heroes across the board right now for Alliance. Perhaps even heroes like Kunkka who are just going to build into an AC later on. Or even Doom can just dominate a swiftness or a creep. Just eat it up, bounce around. They themselves haven't really made their option. They haven't made up their mind yet, I don't think, about what they actually want. I think start safe, just get like Earth Spirit or Shadow Shaman, maybe even Undying again. I think Insania did really well on that in the previous game. Yeah. Let's get the Undying again. And get the Dogs here. Alright. Much stronger lanes than they had in the previous game. Sure, Undying, Bat Rider can be strong. I think it overperformed a little bit. Cabana wasn't really as clean in the bottom lane as it could have been. But this shit is really good. Undying, Dogs here. Good times. Enjoy your lane, mate. Pick melee carry, GG. Unless it's Juggernaut. I think Alliance might have to choose to ban that out later on the line. So they get the Earth Spirit second rather instead of first. Yeah, that's also fine. Already secured your team fight. You now also know there's a guarantee there's going to be a lot of heroes in one location. Great setup for Magnetize for you. So you're pretty happy with this if you're playing Earth Spirit. Biva's like, thanks mates. Thanks Sind.
Radiant team ban.
So they are the ones that ban the Troll Alliance, and Cabana are the ones that ban the Juggernaut. So both teams actually banning heroes I would expect the other team to take out.
Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Why is everyone taking so long with their reserve time? This is ridiculous. But this is Zinrin. He has a long history of doing this. It's like whatever. I think now the next step for Caban, picking up a Doom style hero, somebody that can sort of like match up in the 1v1 versus the Dogs here. Maybe even Centaur could actually be pretty useful in this game.
Radiant team back.
Kind of interesting that they took all that time and they banned Brewmaster. So Caban banned 2 of the heroes from the previous game, one of them that they used themselves. Afraid of the position 4 Brewmaster to be played by Tiger. I think they're sort of anticipating some more lateral style supports from him.
10 seconds remaining. Radiant team dire team pick.
Alright, so they do actually pick Kunkka. Kunkka very good with Dogs here. Great with Undying, can get pretty tanky. Soul Rip can be really beneficial on this hero with the Coco Realm buff as well. You have the Tombstone in conjunction with the zonal control and teamfight of the Kunkka. Some physical damage, some magical damage. Don't have much burst magical damage, but that can be more than made up for by the cleave coming out of the Tidebringer. So this is still fine. This is still Gucci. It's still all good. Alliance now will be looking to see what Cabana going to put into the off lane, I imagine. Right? Probably the off lane, most likely. I'm not sure. Kaban. He is... Not Kaban, Cinderin rather. Eaten all the reserve time in phase 2. He's not DC'd, is he? Nope, still in this game. Just really thinking about this third pick. They pick up the Lifestealer. Not really a fan of this hero in the core role, but he can still win games. Can be pretty good against Kunkka. Decent in lane versus the Doxia. You have a lot of self-sustain yourself. One of the reasons that they ban out the Juggernaut, I suppose, is maybe to leave open this possibility, because you don't really want to play Lifestealer versus Jug. You don't really do anything to that hero.
10 seconds remaining.
But alright, okay.
5 seconds.
Okay. Still, this is not going to be the game finishing hero for them. They still need somebody for 9 to play. Alliance now know that they don't really want to go for too much single target disable. Unless it's like they go back for the Bane from last game. But then they already have a 5 position, right? You want to give Tiger something that's a little bit more active than Undying. If only Skywrath Mage was a really good hero. But I think they need another stun. Maybe Shadow Shaman for the insta hex. You know, if you can get also the ward traps around the Lifestealer, hero is pretty much useless. Doesn't tend to buy any mobility items. Has to just sit there wasting rage time, just hitting on one of the Serpent wards. Alliance following Cinderen's lead, really taking their time with this drop. For them, it is a much more serious situation. For if they lose, that's it, they're done. It's over. They have to watch the new Navi go on without them. And they pick up the Slardar. So this is huge combo potential. Vacuum, Slithering Crush, Kunkka Boat, Kunkka Torrent. Fighting around an Undying Tombstone. The Slaughter with the Corrosive Haze, amplifying the damage taken out by the Tidebringer. Yeah, and Ion Shell Slaughter in lane. Jesus Christ, save me now. And Kaban. Oh man, this is so funny. So Kaban now picked the Batrider. I think this is a good game for the Batrider lane. The one ideally I think match this up wherever the Slaughter is and the Doxia. The Doxia has a really hard time really pressuring Batrider the same way it does to other heroes. The Iron Shell creeps just never get to the Doxia, and Doxia can prompt them pretty quickly. And since as well you push out so quickly with the Doxia, with the Iron Shell, you tend to spawn off some pretty big waves coming at you. Doxia or Batrider can take advantage of that. A nice vehicle, double vehicle for the Lifestealer as well between the Batrider and the Earth Spirit. Good hero for trying to get the quick kill onto Kunkka. Grab him out of position before he's able to X himself. This game, the only counter initiation that they really have on Alliance is Slaughter and maybe Doxia, depending on his positioning and if he buys a mobility item. So I like this Doxia pick here. Also, Undying doesn't really have effective kill potential on Batrider the same way it does on a lot of other offlane heroes. Alliance now, Tinker as their final ban. Noting the possibility of 9 Tinker coming out, yeah, no. That's just ban 9 heroes. It's kind of funny. PL ban, so what's it going to be? Medusa? Yeah, most likely Medusa. She's still in the game. Gives them some major late game potential. Fighting in the mid game, given that a lot of the damage that Alliance does right now is in your face physical damage. If they pick Medusa, oh shit. Okay, never mind. I don't know what I'm talking about. Alright. Whoa, Cinderin. Alright, man. 4 melee heroes versus Ursa. Undying is in the game and it's an Ursa, so overpower. Almost immediately removes the Tombstone. Kunkka, Coco Rum for what? Fury Swipes is here. Gonna be buying Abyssal Blade, so Surge for what from Doxia. Oh my god. They go into the Weaver pick to end this off for the side of Alliance for Mika to play. But still,
Playing Weaver into Bat Rider, into Earth Spirit, into Ursa. Ah, good times, good times. Alright, I'm excited to see what this is going to come through with. Alliance, this last pick from them seems interesting. It's their only range hero for the first part. Secondly, it's the only hero that can really stay, that is going to cause Alliance difficulty. To like that, if they lose this hero, alright, where's the additional damage come from? The only real form of sustained damage throughout the team fight. Quakefor is going to be relying heavily on being able to get off the Tidebringer Cleaves. That being said, very, 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 very good Roach potential this game for Alliance. Between the Geminate attack and the Slaughter, having access to the Corrosive Haze. Weaver's kind of squishy this game. They don't really have that many good ways to save him. They do have the counter initiate, and they have, at the very least, you know, Soul Rip, I guess. Especially for the early game. But I don't know. Nah, fuck it. I like the daring that Kaban has to go for these kind of drafts. You know. Simlin's gonna go big or go home. Lifestealer Ursa. So now they basically have 3 vehicles for this Ursa, or for this Lifestealer. The Ursa, the Earth Spirit, as well as the Spat Rider. So Skeeter, even if he does go for this Radiance build, doesn't really have to worry about, alright, how am I gonna get into the fight to deal damage? There's also a lot of kill potential with their heroes in general. I'm very excited to see what this is gonna bring. Beaver. Ooh, doesn't plant out on Observer Ward just yet. He gets it out now. They spot both Mika as well as Insania atop the hill. Insania already planted his Observer Ward to scout out the rune spot, but they will lose their control and access to the bottom boundary runes. Should see Tiger taking over in that direction to top.
30 seconds to battle.
Man, I'm worried about... Okay, how did they kill this Ursa? They have, what, 1 disable with the Slaughter? Maybe, okay, you need the full combo from the Kunkka directly onto the Ursa, but it's going to be able to get off and rage almost every time. Just wondering how they're going to make this happen. And the game is not starting off to a hot start for Alliance. Losing a lot of HP on Insania. Does have, okay, 12 decays. 12 strength stolen from decay. He's Gucci. And Mika, nicely done. Mika able to secure a bounty rune. At bottom, make sure they only get 2. Or only get a single one, rather, for the side of Kaban. So 3-1 trade for the side of Alliance. Feeling good, man. Also, another thing about the fact that the main core heroes that they have on the side of Alliance are those Kunkka and the Weaver as the primary damage dealers, even for the late game. They're the heroes that they're matching up against, right? So let's just take Kunkka in the individual case. Kunkka does not have a good time playing against either Lifestealer or these Ursa respectively, and he's playing against both this game. He also doesn't really enjoy life when he has to be spending most of his time as Kunkka playing against heroes like Earth Spirit, who are silencing him, moving him around in the fight, ignising him from Quaddle. Although, you know, Quaddle might not be so bad, he might be able to kill this hero with a single Tidebringer Cleave later on. But ultimately, I think this is going to be a game where Alliance are going to be having to play on their toes. Going to have to play some very intelligent Dota to win out this game. And they're playing support dogs here. This is actually interesting. Support dogs here, man. I fucks with this. I vibe with this. This is perfectly acceptable in my opinion. Oh man, this is great. And they've completely taken, they're doing the usual Doxia plays, but they're giving the goal towards the Kunkka Quakefor. So this way, Quakefor gets maximal farm. They force DK Phobos to always be farming underneath his own tower, which gives him relative free farm. Given that he's Bat Rider, it's much easier to do this. But Quakefor is gonna get really much more farm than he would have in an otherwise 1v1 scenario here in this laning matchup. DK was gonna try put a stop to this, but Tiger just shows up, just shows his face, just to be like, hey man, just know that we're here. In the meantime, mid lane, Bo3 was being surrounded by both Beaver as well as 9, but does not end up losing his life. He's actually doing decently well on the CS. This point into the bash is keeping 9 on his toes. So 9 just can't run at him with the 2 points in Fury Swipes and just eviscerate him. He is going to be eventually running out of regen though. Ursa's run out of his though. So good start thus far in the mid lane for the Bo3 Slaughter. And Mika, you know, farming way better than this lifestealer right now. So everything coming up Alliance as it stands. And Beaver, as he wants to get the roll down onto Bo3 here in the mid lane. Does have the mana for it. Just came back off cooldown. Okay, Bash to the Deep activated. He knows that the Guardian Sprint's been used, so decides to wait out the sprint. And here we go. He's gonna go for the kill soon. They're gonna try to use the courier just to scout out any movements. No, it's delivering items to bottom. Bo3 is really far forward. I wonder if Biver is reconsidering going for this kill, but they have the space now. Bo3 is playing pretty far back. Yeah, I think the moment's gone. It's not gonna happen. DK Phobos erstwhile is gonna be able to find a kill onto Tiger. Perhaps no, he won't. Gets dragged back by the X. The napalm's going out onto Tiger. And Tiger certainly will die here. DK Phobos will not be deterred. He is going to get this kill. And they do finally get the first blood for themselves. And DK Phobos dragging his team closer toward the major we go. Finding the first blood on that Slaughter. On the Tiger. Dogs here are going to pick up a DD as well. Refill his bottle. Head back to top. He might be able to threaten Quakefor with this. Mid, yo, Slaughter's doing really, really well here. This new Bash to the Deep really putting pressure out onto this Ursa. He doesn't have any points into the Earthshock either. So he can't even threaten from afar. As soon as he sees Slaughter coming close to him, sort of has to back himself away. Doesn't want to get bashed. He's going to try his luck now putting out this damage. And Bo3 will just run away. Very cerebral lane this. Bo3 just pops himself. It's going to be okay. Top lane though, DK Phobos uses this DD rune. Him and Beaver are able to find a kill onto Quakefor. And now Tiger's probably going to be the next one to follow. No mana for the follow-up roll from Biver, so they can't get the stun onto Tiger. And they're still chasing him. Mika dies at bottom after getting the kill onto Cinderin, getting brought down by Skeeter. And Tiger, nope, pops the shrine. Is he gonna live through this alliance or also lose Bo3 in the mid lane? DK Phobos brings down Tiger eventually. 9 manages to get the solo kill, and Quakefor, he might die twice back to back. DK Phobos still has a little bit of damage left from the double. The DD, they're gonna surround Quakefor right now. It does have Iron Shell, but 4 napalm stacks are there as well, and Beaver is able to claim that kill. Mika does show up, chases down DK Phobos. Does he want more? Doesn't know where Biver is. Biver has no TP out. Should just deny himself. Mika is gonna find him. Yeah, they got him. And Mika is gonna be able to claim the double kill off of that. But a lot of very good things ended up happening there for the side of Kaban. Mika dies. Quakefor dies. In the mid lane, Bo3 dies. And Bo3 might try to get some revenge here, but 9 is baiting him. 9 has Enrage. And he's getting the rotation in from his Earth Spirit. He might still die here if he tries to come forward. But there's no point into the Earth Shock for the Ursa. And he's dead. He's dead. He's dead. He's dead. No. Beaver. Beaver, what are you doing? Go for it. There we go. He's dead. He's going to get pushed back underneath the tier 1 tower. 1 or 2 Fury Swipes. He's going to lose his life. Whew. Okay, Beaver's on point. He's got this. And they're going to go pop the shrine. The only unfortunate thing is that Beaver does not have a smoke. Cinderin does not either, but he's about to pick up an Invis rune. Can still perhaps scout out space for his team to move around in. Yo, Kaban just turned it on. 9 getting back-to-back kills in the mid lane. This Bad Rider getting back-to-back kills on the Quakefor Kunkka. The only person who's not at this level is Skeeter. What's up with you, man? He's gonna port top right now, just to keep matching up versus this Weaver. And now that they have DK Phobos at middle, Lasso on to Quakefor. 9 will find him. Gonna throw the boat forward. Gonna get rolled upon right now. Does get stunned. Do get the huge torrent and the boat combination onto several heroes. But Quakefor, is he gonna die? No, he will not. He's still alive. 30 HP. Gets the surge. Stays alive. And now Mika is gonna get the turnaround onto 9. Who's gonna use the overpower. will be able to take down this warm bug on him at the time. DK Phobos will get himself bashed up underneath his own tier 1, but this might be a place where Bo3 doesn't want to be. Bo3 overextends, ends up losing his life in that situation. Now Mika trying to get revenge. The blinding light will push him back for a moment. The Geminate attack does not trigger. He misses on the first attack. And we'll end up going home with the time lapse, or at least back underneath the tier 1 tower, where it's more or less safe. They do not get the kill onto Quakefor, however. So definitely, in the eyes of Alliance, a definite win. Sure, they end up losing Bo3, and that kind of sucks. But Bo3 is not part of the equation when it comes to their late game damage output. He's going to amplify that damage to be sure, but he's not as important as Quakefor.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Speaking of Skeeter, how far is he towards getting this Radiance? He's going to go for the Hand of Midas first. Okay, boat flies forth. Okay, Quakefor needs to stay in the trees right now because he knows that the boat is gone. Skeeter could play very aggressively onto that Kunkka. And he's almost got the Midas recipe. Mika, at the same time, is farming into this Maelstrom. Can afford the Javelin basically now. There we go. Vici Undying and Senia was smoked up solo with the Haste Rune, does get down a pretty deep ward in between the tier 1 and the tier 2 towers. Will be able to spot out most rotations that come through here from the side of Team Kaban. And they have been playing pretty aggressively across this area. And in fact, immediately, right after he plants his ward, what Game Sense gets off some vision onto a smoke coming. Beaver rolling with the Batrider. They want to reveal this Batrider having the drums right now. And they will find Tiger. Firefly out. Chasing down this Doxia. Lasso. Easy kill. Skeeter will be the one to pick this one up. Nope. DK Phobos with the Firefly. He's the one able to snag that one at the end. It is well before the rune spawn timer, so not going to be able to directly take advantage of this. But Beaver does still use the time to get an observer ward deep inside the map on the side of Alliance. So still completely fine. Will now get level 4 from being in the vicinity of that creep kill. They might try to bring down Quakefor, but DK4 no longer has Lasso. If Lasso was up, they probably try to get that kill. They might get Tiger again anyway. He's not nearly as difficult to bring down, but priority is going to be getting these bounty runes, which they will find at least 3 of, it seems. Yeah. They also get a double damage for 9. Beaver, if Beaver shows up middle, they can actually kill somebody right now. Like straight up from 100 to 0. They stun, if one person gets stunned, somebody's gonna die. Bo3, he's gonna be the target, and they got him. They got him. Double damage Ursa, ladies and gentlemen. He's going for the Mind of Midas as well. It doesn't have a range anymore, so he is gonna die here middle. Oh wait, no, Zolrip kept him alive for the time being, but not nearly enough. Quakefor does eventually get the kill onto him. Ended up being more worthwhile for Quakefor than it was for the Ursa to get that kill. This time Alliance are playing a lot more greedily, so they have this Slaughter as well as this Doxia sort of occupying similar roles in this game. Speaking of the Slaughter, he might get caught out. So they're sort of splitting farm between the two of them. I imagine that once Slaughter is able to pick up a Blink Dagger, they're going to create some space for Tiger to finish off the util items, or vice versa. But they're almost all relying on the damage to come out from Quakefor as well as Mika. They need to try to find some kills and get some tower damage out on the map. Right now, Alliance are in danger of getting enclosed. They're going to find Cinderin. He should just TP out. They don't have the damage to kill him before he TPs out. There we go. Blinding Light TP is good. They didn't even need the Blinding Light, honestly. Well, maybe. They have a Gymnate attack and a Javelin. So, yeah, if the Javelin triggers, they probably have the damage to kill him. Either way, Cinderin gets out, denies them the opportunity to get anything out of this. And 9 almost has his hand on Midas. So because he didn't go for any kind of lifesteal at the beginning, he's not really ready to try and take Roshan down. Top lane though, we do see Tiger getting slowed up by the kick from Beaver. But they don't find anything concrete off of that. Skeeter has had this Midas for a while. Just trying to get to rats. Probably should have it before 20 minutes anyway. At the current rate that he's going. Even though it's a pain in the ass to deal with Doxia, it is what it is. He gets Doxia gonna get kicked back towards the Batrider. He doesn't actually die just yet, but he's definitely gonna die here. They refresh the Magnetize and they give the kill to the Lifestealer. Best case, can you say best case scenario? That kill right there guarantees that Alliance will not be able to do anything aggressive at top for quite some time, at least up until the point where Skeeter has level 12. And now they're focusing on the other side anyway. They're going to X back Cinderin. Can Cinderin get off the Ignis? Blinding Light will be there. It's not going to be enough to save his life, however. Mika will claim the kill from the Weaver. And he's also going to transition into pushing down this tier 1 tower. So Mika is in a great position as it stands. Top lane, Tiger is taking some damage here, but it's just a really annoying situation for Skeeter. DK Phobos, Blink Dagger coming closer and closer. Tiger now will be able to get himself the Surge away. Flame Break will be there to slow him down. Oh my god, how long does Surge last for? Jesus Christ. 6 seconds. I'm always surprised when I see this. Poor Boxy. Slow pulling Blink. Haven't really seen him being active across the map. Just been farming in the jungle. Leaving the activity on the map to the Doxia. Even Quake for trying to get in on this greed game also buys a hand of Midas. So we have 3 Midases. Wow, okay. 3 Midases and now a Blink Dagger have just emerged for the bat. Man, they really want these runes. And they're willing to get their claws bloody to get them. Here comes Quake for, however. 5 seconds until the rune spawns. Do they got this? Do they got this? Oh, Boxer got it. Actually, they're gonna get 3 on the side of Alliance. DK Phobos will not come in. They get a lasso out onto the Undying. Undying's gonna die, but they got a huge Ignis as well as the Wall of Replica onto everybody. But everybody's being stunned right now by the Will-O-Wisp. But look at the damage coming in from Mika. He's gonna be managing to bring down 9. 9 is dead, but 3 died on the side of Alliance. They had to buy back on the Undying. Skeeter still alive, running right now. Rage back off cooldown. He's gonna use it to TP himself out of here. And he will end up staying alive. He ports bottom, in fact, right next to the secret shop where he can pick up the relic. And that fight, they only lose. There's only the one that they lost on the Undying. After all of this, wow. Okay, they only lose Ursa, but that actually makes sense. Man, that Ignis, that Will-O-Wisp just went ham. Cinderin with the perfect positioning and was right around the vacuum wall. And because Skeeter was already in rage, just doing all the damage he could, Ursa was already enraged. Haha, see what I did there? Doing as much damage as he could as well. The wall didn't really feel like it did anything, even with Ion Shell onto at least 2 heroes, and none of the other heroes were able to react and do that much damage either in the form of casting spells, because they were all entranced by the Will-O-Wisp. DK Phobos will feel that that was a successful Blink reveal. They get 3 kills. They only lose the Ursa. Ursa has Hand of Midas anyway, now has Blink 2. So they are playing. This seems like it's gonna go well. They're already gonna have now this Radiance almost complete for the Lifestealer. Helping to push out this creep wave down at bottom that has a Siege Dragon in it. Those don't really have any ways to get through the Rage TP on the side of Alliance. The best they can do is rely on the Tidebringer Cleave doing all the damage for them. X now, speaking of which, gets the drag back onto Beaver, puts him in position. He's going to try and roll out. Will he be able to activate the Magnetize? No, he will not. So he'll sacrifice his life for this one. Bo3 though blinks forward, wants to get onto Cinderin. There is going to be a drag back with the lasso. They want to get the damage out. Wow, Bo3 dies quickly. Well, I think they've decided who's going to be playing support and who's playing off lane between Bo3 and Tiger. Tiger's like, mates, I've got Surge is better than your crappy little Guardian sprints that increases the damage you take. What are you talking about? 9 does have Blink Dagger, but doesn't have the Basher just yet. So does have the Midas though, so you'll be able to take away the Helm of the Dominator creep from Tiger. So no Sea Dragon for you, fam. Go get yourself a Hellbear Smasher. Well, this is another solution, right? I mentioned in the draft that I believe Doom can be a really good counter to this hero. Right? All that thought. Bottom lane, Tiger getting magnetized up. Doesn't have the surge for a moment. He gets silenced. He's gonna lose his life. 9 is gonna get the kill. And I was saying that Doom can be a good counter towards Cinderin's Will-O-Wisp. Just given that you get a little bit of increased attack speed from dominating the Hellbear Smasher. You can just buy Helm of the Dominator to do that as well. But regrettably ended up losing his life. And now Insania is gonna be next to fall. And look at Beaver, what a support. He resists the temptation to get the kill steal. Lets the gold go to the 9 Ursa. Bo3 will dodge the approach. They get the drag back with the boat. They will be able to get the stun out onto DK Phobos. Quakefor fighting underneath the Will-O-Wisp. They're going to turn their attention onto Mika. Mika gets brought down. Beaver with the lost silence, able to get the kill. And Quakefor dies as well, right underneath the Will-O-Wisp. 3 have fallen right now for the side of Alliance. 2 of them, the big cores, who the game relies on. Oh man, Cinderin, once again, the Will-O-Wisp, the Ignis, the support play in general from Kaban. We saw there, Beaver didn't care for his own life at all. Just rode forward to get the stun out onto the Weaver, silence him thereafter, and push him into the Ignis. Ursa will clean up the rest. And 9, having just picked up the Blink Dagger, very much on track for getting a 21-minute basher as it stands. Maybe even 20 minutes, but yeah, 20 minutes. But let's say 21 to be sure. And Skeeter as well, having only recently completed getting the Radiance. Rolling around with the Yasha right now. So Beaver is the only poor person. Well, him and Cinderin, but I expect Cinderin to be poor. I expect better from you, Beaver. What the hell is happening, bro? But they're wearing their impoverished state with grace, contributing massively to the team just through their raw talent and skills. We see that this Kunkka went for the 25 or the 12 health regen talent just to try and help against some of these heroes, but not really going to aid him. It's not the kind of game where that regen is really going to come into play. When you're playing against an Ursa, all they need is one short period of lockdown and they've got you. Now Ursa has the Basher as well. They're going to smoke, pick up a double freaking damage. Someone's gonna die and Roche is probably gonna die as well. Oh no, they find Mika, they silence him. Can they get the lasso? There we go. He's gone, eviscerated off the face of the planet. Doesn't have buyback. Oof, feels pretty bad. So this game set to end in a hurry. It's gonna be a torrent. They're trying to slow this down as much as possible. Oh, huge vacuum wall just to try and keep it alive, but no, 9 picks up the Aegis regardless. And once again, huge Ignis coming in from the side of Cinderin, standing out 3 heroes right now. Here comes Skeeter doing all the magic damage to the wall with the Radiance. They're gonna try to bring down Tiger. Tiger surged up, still alive. 9 will die, his life taken away. But that's just the Aegis that gets taken. Tiger will still die regardless on the far side of the fight. The blink forward by 9. They're looking for Insania. Insania manages to port himself away. Quakefor will not be so lucky. He gets bashed. And 9 knows that this is the bigger target anyway. And they bring down 2. Great attempt there by the side of Alliance with the vacuum wall. However, 9 still able to grab himself the Aegis. Loses it promptly thereafter. But they get the kill onto Quakefor, which will result in them getting the tier 2 tower in the mid lane. There's a Sea Dragon pushing with them. Things looking very, very good right now for the side of Kaban. Cinderin from the high ground just pushing out with the Illuminate. They get the Bo3 lasso. And Bo3 is dead. Slaughter, goodbye for you. And this tier 2 tower will most certainly fall here. This This Lifestealer. Look how much farm this LS has. The Radiance, Midas, Manta style. 22 minutes in. Ursa has Blink Dagger, Basher, Phase Boots with Midas at 22 minutes. Even DK Phobos. Blink Dagger, Drums. Most way complete with a BKB. He's going to have BKB at 23.5 minutes at this rate. And Quakefor unfortunately only matching up with this Batrider. And he went for the Midas as well. Only has the Heaven's Halberd besides that. So he's still waiting to get up there in terms of overall farm. Can at least buy a plate mail right now, which is going to help a lot at keeping him alive, even if he can't get the 4 Shivas. But look at Kaban, look how comfortable they feel. They just took a tier 2 middle. They're like, well, we're just going to walk forward and take a tier 1 and a tier 2. Alliance are trying to smoke to prevent this. Bo3 is leading the charge. They're probably like, guys, we know that they do not have the Aghanim Scepter, though they don't have the Aegis anymore. Bo3 doesn't land the stun onto Skeeter, is able to get off the rage first, roll forward, they're going to get the kill onto Bo3. Bo3 falling very low with the blink onto the backline. They're looking for Tiger. Tiger, is he going to lose his life just yet? Nine now falling very low, has already used the enrage, so they need to get the Ursa out of here. Ursa will die, but once again, a huge casting of this Ignis with the Magnetize onto several heroes, but this time it's Alliance who's getting the turnaround plays here. Skeeter forcing himself to TP away, and they also find Sinrin on the way out. Mika not allowing the escape to happen there. So they take advantage of the fact that Cabana playing very far up. Tiger doesn't die at the very beginning of that fight through the jump of the Ursa, so is able to cast off the mech. Suddenly Mika is there on the backlines right outside of the range of the Ignis, dealing damage onto the Ursa directly right as the enrage ends. The swarm bugs are on him, reducing the armor, and it's a beautiful affair. So Alliance, they stay alive. They don't lose the tier 2 tower. They don't even have to deny it. Hashtag space created. They've kept this game alive for themselves. Still, this will have a ways to go. Insania throws down the Observer Ward as well as the Sentry. And now suddenly the Alliance is the ones that are pushing without fear. Most likely there's going to be a smoke against this, unless they want to try and mirror the move. We already see that the Lifestealer is at bottom, having bought a plate mail of his own. He's looking towards having an Assault Cuirass for his team. But they're going to lose a tier 2 at top. They get Boundary Runes in exchange, and the tier 2 tower bottom is being very much quickly pushed in. He sends a Manta style illusion with the Radiance on it. Keep this creep wave at bay, open up space for his own creep wave, and this Lifestealer will ensure the death of the tier 2 tower in the bottom lane. Midas is a Sea Dragon, so pretty rich still. I think they wanna. Oh, he still doesn't want to fight. He just wants to farm. Sinrin's dead. Feels bad, man. Swarm bugs on him. They're not gonna choose to chase too deeply for this though, actually. And he just bought himself a 4 staff as well before he went out. Lifestealer takes out the Centaur creep. Bo3, the dangerous one. He's the one we should look towards to try and initiate these fights. But huge item pickup emerging now for 9. Picks up the BKB on the Ursa. As far ahead as they are, Kaban can still very much lose fights if they start in the wrong order. If they can't ascertain where Weaver is and find a way to keep Weaver occupied and shut down in these fights, they actually lose these fights. This Weaver is stupidly farmed as well. Oh, no. They found Weaver. They found Weaver. Mika. Oh, no. He's going to try and get the escape. Oh, beautiful counterplay coming in from Bo3. Catching us down onto 2 heroes. They're going to lasso rather Bo3 get the easy target. They get the Radiant Courier out of this as well. Bo3 still alive, being kept up by the mech, being cast off by the Doxia, and DK Phobos activates his BKB to try and keep this fight going. They get the bash out onto Tiger. Tiger being kept alive now by the second casting. Another stun onto 2 coming in from Bo3. They do finally bring down Tiger. Quakefor now in the middle of the fray gets bashed up by 9. There's Kunkka. He needs some help. He needs a way to survive. He's going to get stunned up by the rolling getting bolder. Skeeter is chasing it, but 9 blinks past the stun from the Slithering Crush and is able to get the kill onto him. Bo3 also kicked back into the fray. The stone from Beaver will keep him dead. And he gets brought down eventually. He buys back as well. So buyback on Quakefer, buyback on the Tiger Doxia. Huge expenditure of gold coming in there from Alliance. They don't even have that Aegis, so they thought that they were going to chase deeper on the side of Kaban. So in a way, all of that's like to protect Mika. That's how the fight started, right? Them being like, keep Mika alive at all costs. AC now complete for the Lifestealer. Ursa has a BKB Basher looking for the MKB to try and deal with this Heaven's Halberd that Quakefer has. And Quakefer still only has that Heaven's Halberd for the past 6 minutes. This has been the only item in his inventory. Still farming towards trying to get the Shivas. And he's still, what's scary is that he's still the second most farmed hero on his team. Oh no, is this Bo3? Yeah, Bo3 is dead. They might find Mika as well. Mika is in trouble right now. His Lincoln Sphere has been popped. DK Phobos has Blink Dagger cooling down eventually. They get the lasso thanks to the 4-star. They're going to be able to find this kill. The Sentinel Conqueror War Stop though might allow Mika to escape this. He gets off the time lapse, staying alive for now. Can Mika escape this? He's going to get surrounded. He does have Sakuchi, but he's running out of mana. Lincoln Sphere is keeping him in a good position. He cannot afford to get bashed. Bashed. And he loses his life. They de-ward him as well. And Skeeter on the Lifestealer just picked up this AC, has 2,000 gold now. Man. 14k gold lead at the moment for Kaban. Roche not just yet available. 2 minutes of real long spawn coming in for the side of Team Kaban. But they don't really care. They have access points in the mid lane. Tier 3 tower is vulnerable. They can finish off the tier 2 at top and open up the map a little bit more for themselves. And I think they are going to do the latter. They're setting up. They just want to creep here so that the backdoor protection is disabled.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Look what they do though. They show Skeeter and then they all TP'd. They all smoke. And DK Phobos ports to the other side of the map. Does Tiger have an awareness that something like this might be happening? They might find Bo3 instead, which might be a little bit higher value target. Yep, they got him. Bye bye, Bo3. Not just a sick move from Team Kaban. They get the tier 2 tower in the top lane, showing this Lifestealer by himself, knowing that Alliance is not going to assume that Lifestealer is just chilling by himself, pushing a tier 2 tower with backdoor protection. So whilst they're making their move at bottom, pushing with Doxia, so they smoke with the rest of the 4 heroes, hunt inside the jungle, knowing that someone who matters is going to be farming outside of the map right now. Unfortunately, they need Quakefer back at base to help depush these problematic waves. Mika is certainly not going to risk his own life. So Bo3 draws short straw and ends up being turned into one. Quakefer at the very least does now have Shiva's God, so that's nice. And they can actually farm pretty quickly. MKB in the offing for Mika. How far is our Ursa's BKB? 9 or basically has it. It's flying out right now in the courier. Alright. So they know it's a max respawn timer, so the Roche should be back now. MKB, Basher, Blink, BKB. Woo! This Ursa is gonna be dangerous. I'm not sure if they have any smokes left. Okay, Beaver just bought one. And there we go. Roche back up. Mud Golem will scout this out and surged up as well, so very difficult to catch. They will clean it up though. But we see a smoke from Alliance. Bo3 gonna be the man to watch. We need to know if he can stop this. They're gonna go into the Roshan pit. They get the stomp as well as the torrent coming out from the Kunkka. They haven't brought down the Ursa just yet. They force out the BKB, however. And there's a tombstone inside the Roshan pit. The lasso coming out. Backside of the fight. They have found the Undying. Is he gonna lose his life here on the high ground? Yes, he will. Skeeter is able to bring him down. So now they've guaranteed the 4v5. Bo3 needs a way to turn the tide. Buy some time for the rest of his team to get in position, but seems like they've been... Have they been outplayed? Let's see. Yeah, they've been outplayed. They're going to go back in for this one. Kaban do not want to let this go. There's still potential for that earlier sick move with the vacuum wall. Bo3 now, okay, they catch the stun out onto DK Forwards, but DK Forwards will activate his BKB. Ignis will come out. 9 as well as Skeeter are able to claim the Roshan in the backside of the fight. Tiger trying to get himself away. 9 looking to try and get the chase through. Blink Dagger off cooldown in only 8 seconds. Can they keep this chase up in time? But I don't think so. It's Doxy and Kunkka. This can get dangerous. Bo3 gets a stun out onto Skeeter. Knows that Skeeter is not the one that's carrying the Aegis, but Skeeter does have a cheese if need be. There's a lasso now coming out. They will be able to find Quake on the backlines of the fight. He activates the Shiva Scott. He's still alive, but he's not going to be for much longer. Skeeter brings him down, and the vacuum with the wall only catches on to 2 heroes. Bo3, he's going to die as well to the damage coming out from Skeeter. It's going to be a double kill so far for 9, but they've also gotten a double kill for the side of Alliance. Mika was doing damage onto the 2 supports, but they're the only ones who end up dying because of it. Tiger now trying to run himself away. No bash just yet from 9, but he does have Blink Dagger coming fairly shortly. Are they going to try and chase him? Yes, they will. He's going to get another kill onto the docks here. Insania. Tier 3 tower will not protect you, but he triple kill now for 9, and it's a full team wipe. Team Kaban really wanting to get themselves through in this lower bracket. They managed to take a game off of Alliance, and you know, might be a fluke, might be luck, whatever, but now here they are staring down the barrel of sending Alliance out of these qualifiers entirely, claiming the first lane of racks, looking towards the second. The assault cuirass from Skeeter making this all the easier.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is falling. Radiant's top barracks are under attack.
So there they go. 2 lanes of racks right now. In the previous game, Alliance could sort of deal with super creeps. This time they can, but it's going to be difficult. But they cannot deal with megas. And Kaban, take the sign that if they could stop us, they would have stopped us by now. Somebody would have brought back. They're going to go into slaughter right now. Bo3's going to die. Bo3's dead. This game is over. Mega creeps. And Team Kaban will only now decide to back themselves away. Maybe even not. Bo3's not back. And Bo3's a huge source of their initiation. They're actually just going to jump onto Insania. They're just getting kill after kill after kill right now. The X-Torrent going out onto Ursa. Ursa gets decayed up as well. Swarm chasing him down. They are getting a lot of damage out. The wall connects onto our 4 heroes, but the Ignis also connects on the 3. Mika's able to time jump himself out of position. And Tiger kept alive a little bit longer thanks to the Cocoa Rum. But they're going to find Misaka. Gets stunned up for a second, but still able to run himself away. Quake for finding himself getting bashed. 9 coming through with the damage from the Ursa. Skeeter helping out as well, and the stun from the Earth Spirit, making sure that that kill ends up happening. Beaver gonna get X marks right in front of where Quake was, but he's gonna use himself up to keep himself alive. Even blinks to safety, and 9 just jumps directly onto Mika, and Mika will die. Oh my goodness. Alliance have fallen apart. 33k gold behind. This game is over. They're at least going to try and get a couple of more kills, you know, for pride. 9, BKB active. Just going to turn on to anybody who's in his vicinity. Tear them to shreds. Godlike streak for the Ursa. 17, 3 and 13. Skeeter didn't even die this game. 12, 0 and 15. And there's the call. GG, well played. Alliance knocked out 2-0 by the side of Team Kaban. So Cinnamon and the boys, they'll keep the dream alive. They go through. And they'll be facing off against the losers of the next matchup that's coming that I will not be casting. Feels bad, man. Feels sad. Wow, what a game. What an entertaining game. That was very exciting to watch. Alliance vs Kaban. Kaban in the second game just really had Alliance's number. From the moment they got that kill onto Quakefa on the top side of the map, it was like, well, now this game's over. Like, how many minutes was it? Oh, you can't actually see on the scoreboard. Feels bad. Ooh, doesn't feel the best. But look at Quake's item progression in this game. He goes Midas at 14 minutes, has Heaven's Halberd at 18 minutes, has Shiva's at 29. 11 minutes to get another item, even though he had a Hand of Midas at 14 minutes in the game. Everything just went wrong right here for Alliance, and Team Kaban take the well-deserved victory. Draft win. This last pick Ursa. Second game in a row that Cinderin comes through with a genius last pick. And his two core players, Skeeter as well as Mayan, playing their hearts out, making things happen. So that's going to be that for now. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for joining me for this series. I'm Sneh. If you haven't already, please do me the favor, be cool. Be like the legends for the day. Test World, Neovanti, Larisx, as well as Wolf E87. You know, just pop a young follow there. Put it through. If you have any extra, if you want to buy a subscription, do that. Got spare change lying around, you know, throw it towards this direction. Help me get that webcam so you can see me be bleak when teams I actually like end up losing Dota. But either way, ladies and gentlemen, it's been great, it's been awesome. I'll probably see y'all tomorrow. But for now, good night, love y'all, and see you in the future.